music made me smile. Some people call it rhythm and soul. I could never get enough of this kind of stuff, cause I think they call it rock and roll. And I say roll. Come on everybody, cause we're down with the rock and roll.
The Vinyl Countdown.
Are you with me? Can you feel it?
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Vinyl Countdown. I'm Peaches. What's going on? You guys, we got a relaxing little video for you today, and I tell you what an interesting day it was today. You guys, we went out shopping for vinyl, and it's been a little while since we've been out shopping for vinyl, you guys. At least a couple weeks. So the interesting part about it, we went up to our local watering hole, to the record store that it's our stock record store. You know, it's the one we go to all the time. It's the one we probably hit like every Friday night or something like that. And you guys, I have to admit to you, you know, Peaches goes out in the wild with Mrs. Peaches, and we score some pretty awesome stuff a lot of times. Stuff that just shocks me a lot for just being able to find it out in the wild. But I'd have to tell you, for the last 5 months or so, it seems like our local record store has just kind of and there could be a lot of factors involved with that. You know, they're just not getting in the used portion of their inventory too much right now. They're getting in some stuff, but it's just not a lot of stuff that interests us, you know what I mean? So the pickings have been real slim. So we spread out a little bit. We try to get to some different areas, visit some places we haven't been to for a long time, and see how their turnarounds have been. And I'd have to tell you, when it comes to that as well, things have really kind of died down this summer for availability for really cool stuff in the used section. You know what I mean? But, you know, so today we went to that local watering hole, like I said, and we spent a good hour in the store, and we picked through that place with a fine-tooth comb, you guys, and nothing. El Zilcho. So we went back out to the car, and we were going to leave, and I got into the passenger seat, and I said, Mrs. Peaches, why is it that our local record store is now basically, for the last 5 months, every time you go in there, it's like a dog's breakfast? Yeah, it just sucks. Just sucks completely. Can't find anything good. Well, I got done with that conversation with her, you know, and we talked about it a little bit. And then we had met up by chance with Matt Bacon, one of our friends that's been on our channel a few times as a guest. And we're like, hey, let's go out to the Antiques Mall, right? So we tried to figure out which one we wanted to go to, and I just kind of threw a quarter up in the air, and I'm like, okay, let's go do the one that's down this way, okay? So we went to that local Antiques Mall, and it's a pretty big one, okay? And there's usually, you know, our go-to record guy in that Antiques Mall, and he is growing and growing and growing and growing. And like half of the records that I got on my last video actually came from that booth in that Antiques Mall. We were talking original Saxon's Greatest Hits from 1984. We were talking an original copy of Leatherwolf, Ravage, Icon, some of these obscure 80s hair metal bands, you know, that I felt really fortunate in finding those. And that was, like I said, a couple weeks ago. But we got in there, you know, and I'm pretty much got a bad attitude for the whole day of searching for records. Probably because I'm spoiled, right? Could be. But we go to this stock little record booth, and I'm seeing a lot of stuff I saw there last time. But Matt hadn't been there for a long time, so he started pulling out records that he wanted. He wanted them, you know. He had a nice stack of maybe 7 to 10 going. And all of a sudden, Mrs. Peaches comes swinging around the side, and she says, "You're not going to believe this. There's a new record guy. He's setting up his booth right now." And I'm like, I just, ding, ding, ding. I'm like, what? What could this be? So I head down the aisle, and sure enough, here's this guy I've never met before, and it looked like either his girlfriend or his wife was with him, and they were in the middle of constructing their brand new Antiques Mall booth, you know, rented space, for things that they wanted to sell. And right in the middle of this booth, you guys, was about 9 crates of records, okay, that he had just laid in here. Nobody's been to this booth yet, right? And I said, hey, are you guys setting up a new booth here? And he says, yeah. And I said, I see the records here. I said, are any of them 80s records? He goes, well, I got some good news for you. He said, I think almost all 9 crates are 80s music. And I'm like, oh my gosh. You know, so I said, would you mind if I dipped in and took a look at what you got here? And he says, go right ahead. We're right in the middle of setting up the booth. He said, you won't be in the way at all. And I'm like, okay. So I started going through it, and I started seeing some interesting stuff, you guys. A lot of cool things. But it just so happened that a lot of the stuff was bootlegs, which I try to stay away from a lot of times because you can't mess with them on Discogs, and they don't seem very popular to me as far as demand. So to invest in them is kind of questionable, you know, sometimes. But I started digging through there, you guys, and I found a couple of gems that I have never seen out in the wild. Never, ever once. Some guys in the music community have these records, some guys don't. But I'm telling you, in the condition that these records are in, there's only a couple of them. I'm telling you, I think we struck gold pretty good today. So going back to my story about being really disappointed for the day, once again, this area where we live has proved me wrong again and again and again. Every time we go out almost, some surprise comes along that you just weren't expecting. So without further ado, you guys, here are 3 finds that we made today out in the wild hunting down vinyl, right? You guys, from 1989. This group is one of Mrs. Peach's favorite bands, man, and it's hard to forget these guys. But to find these out in the wild, super, super rare. You guys, this is none other than an original copy of LA Guns, Cocked and Loaded. Ooh, we had been missing this one from our collection, you guys, for a very, very long time. This is one that just eluded us forever. You guys can see this thing is in really nice shiny shape. And you know, you don't really find those black covers, you know, a lot of the Kiss covers, a lot of the other black covers, you don't find them in good shape. But you guys, this thing is super shiny. It's got great corners on it. And I can't tell you, I'm super ecstatic to have it now. BMG Club Edition. Bonus, right? There's the back of the cover, you guys. LA Guns. You can't go wrong. Classic 80s hair metal all the way in spectacular shape. Spectacular shape. It's just filling in those little keys to the collection, you guys. Those little last keys. And you guys, in the same little section, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this one as well. From 1987. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people in the music group, in the music community, that love these guys. And I wish I could hear people talk about them more, because if you're talking about 80s shock metal, 80s hair metal, these guys were very, very hard to beat. And look at this, you guys, an original copy, still in the shrink, still with the hype sticker. Wasp, live in the raw. Yeah, OG. You guys, get a look at that. Hype sticker. Woo! You guys, we love Wasp, and this is really just going to be another key to that collection. Sweet. Once again, I'm telling you guys, it's in the shrink, in absolutely beautiful condition. Beautiful condition. See if we can get the inner sleeve out here for you. Look at all those cool photographs on there. Spectacular. Here's the other side. What an awesome inner sleeve. Couldn't get any better than that. Sweet, eat, eat. And then I'll get the vinyl out here, you guys. He's got it in a paper protective sleeve. I noticed that this guy's records in this booth right away. I could tell just by looking that most of them were in just immaculate shape. And there's that center label. This record's in great shape, you guys. Great shape. Wonderful original copy. All right, and last but not least, you guys are gonna flip out big time when you see this one. This one, I've never seen it in the wild. I've never seen it in the wild, and I cannot tell you how long I have been waiting to find a record like this. It's amazing. Still sealed, an original copy. Yup, shrink is as tight as can be on this one, you guys. You're not gonna believe this. Are you sitting down? Are you holding on to your chair railing? You guys, feast your eyes. Authentic Greek folk songs and dances. You guys, there is nothing I love better than going out to a Greek restaurant, chowing down some gyros, some saganaki, some calamari, with a little lemon on it, and listening to some awesome Greek music over the speakers in the restaurant. I tell you, Greek food is one of my favorites. And when I saw this on the shelf at the thrift store, I could not pass it up. Still sealed in the shrink. And I cannot wait to get this on the record player. Like I said, you can't beat Greek food. It's amazing. I'm suspecting that there is going to be a song on here that is a huge traditional song from Greek times that used to play in a restaurant that I used to go to all the time. So I can't wait to see if that song is on here. I don't remember the name of the song, but I know how it goes. It starts out slow, like and on this little like sitar guitar thing, and it just gets faster and faster and faster, and then it ends up being like a party theme for a feast or something like that. So you guys, totally awesome. Sorry, I didn't mean to spook you on that one. It's funny. You guys, so yeah, I'm out here in the backyard. The sun is going down. We got a pink sky right now. Just enjoying a little relaxing time with the waterfall winding down from our day. It was super hot. You guys, I thank you so much for coming down to the Vinyl Countdown. You guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we really thank you for watching our videos. All right, we will see you guys on the flip side. I'm Peaches. This is the Vinyl Countdown, and we will see you later.